Welcome to your daily briefing from the Quad Drone Lab. It is April 16th, 2026, and we're tracking the critical developments shaping the world of unmanned systems. Let's jump right into the headlines. You know, this week, there's one theme that is absolutely dominating the conversation across the entire industry: strategic autonomy. From the battlefield to the boardroom, we are seeing this massive, undeniable push for technological self-reliance. And it's all being driven by new global security challenges and, frankly, the urgent need to control the core technologies that actually power our drones.
So first up, let's take a look at the defense sector. The game here is no longer just about reconnaissance and strikes. Oh no, it's about mastering the invisible battleground of electronic warfare. And here is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The company In-Air was just selected for a major government project. But see, they're not just building another traditional drone. This is an AI-powered electronic warfare platform. It uses a hybrid VTOL design, which means it can take off like a helicopter, but fly like a plane for those long-range missions. And its whole job is to use advanced decoy technology to confuse and just completely disrupt enemy radar systems. And get this, they're not just thinking locally, they're already planning to export. That just goes to show you how critical this capability is becoming on the world stage.
But here's the thing. These incredibly advanced systems are only as strong as their weakest link, right? And that link is often the tiny components that make them fly. This brings us to the absolutely crucial topic of supply chain security.
Just take a look at this number, 20,000. Let that sink in. That's how many drone units worth of components one company, Pixhawk, is in talks to supply after just one trade show. This isn't just a big order. It's a massive signal of the soaring demand for secure, domestically produced hardware.
And this slide right here brilliantly illustrates why that number matters so much. For years, the industry relied on a global supply chain, and that, well, it created all sorts of vulnerabilities and delays. But now, the focus is squarely on domestic production. Pixhawk's success with its new AIXR V6X flight controller, which is basically the brain of the drone, is a total game changer. By developing this critical component right here at home, they're not just selling a product, they're providing supply chain stability and that strategic autonomy we were just talking about. It all connects.
So what's driving this intense focus on defense tech and local manufacturing? I mean, it's not happening in a vacuum, right? What we're seeing is that geopolitical realities are directly accelerating the need for brand new core technologies. For a real-world example, look no further than what's happening in Ukraine. It was recently confirmed that, for the first time ever, an enemy position was captured entirely by unmanned platforms. We're talking ground robots and aerial drones working in concert. I mean, wow, this isn't science fiction anymore. This is the new reality of combat, where autonomous systems truly are the tip of the spear.
But this new reality, it raises a really urgent question. As the offensive capabilities, the spear, get more advanced and, frankly, more accessible to everyone, what about the defense? Is the shield keeping pace?
Well, according to recent analysis, the answer is a pretty resounding no. This quote really gets to the heart of the growing concerns about vulnerabilities to small drone incursions. The fear is that while a country might have a really sharp spear, its shield against these low-cost, hard-to-detect threats is dangerously loose. This just highlights the urgent need to develop much more robust counter-drone systems. And powering both that spear and the shield is a key piece of tech: on-device AI. Now, instead of relying on a connection to the cloud, the AI processing happens right there on the drone itself. So why does this matter? Well, it means faster, more secure decisions, and the ability to operate effectively even when communication signals are jammed. And that is a critical, absolutely critical capability in any contested environment.
And you know, the battlefield isn't just physical anymore. A fierce new debate is erupting over what's being called digital territory. We're talking about the high-precision mapping data that is the absolute lifeblood of future autonomous systems. Who creates it, who owns it, and who controls it? These have suddenly become profound questions of national sovereignty.
But hey, this technology's impact extends far beyond the battlefield. Let's shift focus for a minute and see how drones are becoming an integral part of our daily lives in some truly fascinating ways.
And this slide is a fantastic snapshot of that versatility. I mean, on one hand, you've got public safety, where a thermal drone is being used in the middle of the night to search for an escaped wolf, a task that would be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, for ground teams. And then on the other hand, you've got the future of education, with the city actually investing in a youth drone soccer league to get kids excited about technology and build the skills of tomorrow. How cool is that?
And that's our briefing for today.
Look, in this rapidly evolving industry, staying ahead of the curve is everything. And that's our whole mission here at Quad Drone Lab. We are here every single day with the latest news because the developments in this space never stop. To make sure you don't miss tomorrow's briefing, we'd really encourage you to join our channel membership. It's truly the best way to support our work and guarantee you get access to every single update we produce.
And for a deeper dive into any of the stories we've covered today, please be sure to visit our official blog. It's available in both Korean and English at the addresses you see on your screen right now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll leave you with this final thought. As these machines grow smarter and more independent, powered by that on-device AI, who or what will ultimately be in control? Something to think about. We'll see you tomorrow.